Good morning. Here we are on Brunch with Brian. Good morning. It's your daily live stream, your morning helping of success thinking. Glad that you could be here with us today. It's an exciting Friday, TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. It's a great day today, and lots of great things happening today. And I just heard from my daughter Trinity. She said that she has a friend who has a chicken, and she said, "Why did the chicken go to the seance? To get to the other side." All right, so let's smile today. Let's put a smile on our face. 30 seconds of smiling is always great to start the day. And a silly joke is always fun. So sometimes that can bring a smile to your face, and it can give you a joke to tell. I guess I've decided, guys, I'm going to try to say a joke every day. I kind of toyed around with that a while back, and I try to do a joke of the day a couple times. But, it's fun to have a joke, and it's fun if you guys have a joke that you can tell other people. And then, of course, we have our fun facts of the day that we sometimes go over, but that's always good because we're smiling anyway, right? I mean, the goal is to get a smile on your face for 30 seconds, to get in a positive state of mind. And so a nice silly joke maybe in the beginning, just a little extra boost to get that smile on your face. So let's do some deep breathing. We actually missed our deep breathing yesterday. Can you imagine? I forgot. And then when I finished, I remembered. I got very excited about the journal. And actually, I want to talk to you about that today, about your COVID-19 journal. I want to talk to you about that again. We talked about that yesterday. And so, yes, I want everybody doing that. All right, so let's do our deep breathing first, and we'll get to that. Ready? Deep breath in. Oh, that feels so good. And let it out. That's great. Okay, another deep breath in. Hold it a second and blow it out and relax your arms. Do your shoulder rolls. Shoulder rolls always great, and your neck rolls. Just loosen up. Now remember, when you're doing that, think loosen up, relax those muscles. Think. Sometimes I do that countdown thing. My muscles are going to be totally relaxed in 3, and even more relaxed 2, and now I'm totally relaxed 1, and totally relaxed. So that's good. So anything you can do to relax your body, it helps your blood flow, helps your, I don't know what you think about, the energy in your body. Now, the Asian people call it qi. You got, nerve endings. Let's face it, guys, you have a whole nervous system that's electrically wired to your brain. So you got electrical impulses constantly shooting all through your body. So there's electrical flow, there's a rhythm, there's blood flow. There's lots going on inside your body. And so by being more relaxed, you let your body operate better. Tension will actually block the flow of qi and blood and positive, energy in your body. So that's always great to relax. All right, so now I wanted to talk to you about your COVID journal, like I said. Oh, but guess what? What day is today? It's Friday, so it's Formal Dining Room Friday. Got to start with lighting the candles. There we go. Special occasion, right, guys? Special occasion, light the candles for you. Oh, this thing's cool. Look at that. Look at this thing. It's kind of cool. All right, so COVID, this is your journal, guys. So this is what I was talking about yesterday. This is a nice little, you can take a picture of the screen. This is the 6 items on your thing. So stats, like when I did mine yesterday, I wrote my weight, I wrote the temperature, I wrote the weather, and I wrote, and you guys, it's up to you whether you want to do this or not, but this is my COVID-19 journal. So I wrote down Arizona cases. So how many people have died so far? How many people have been tested positive? And that's going to be interesting to look back on later. As you know, if I keep doing my COVID journal, and you don't have to do this every day, I spent probably maybe 20 minutes typing on it yesterday. And I had a lot of stuff that I had been thinking about that I hadn't really put voice to or put thoughts to. That's a great thing about a journal, guys. It makes you think through your issues, and it makes you put words to it and understand it better. And in fact, every time I've ever done a journal, and I've kind of done it at certain times in my life and then kind of gotten away from it, anytime I've done it, it's always been an incredible, helpful experience, and always educational, looking back and realizing that, boy, I'm dealing with the same issues my whole life. And, if you can get some good systems in place to deal with those issues, you do much better. So the stats, again, I like, and again, you guys know I weigh myself every day. So yes, I put my weight on there, and that probably has too much to do with my attitude, but I'm good right now. I'm in a really good spot. I'm right pretty much where I want to be, maybe a little less, but I'm happy right now with that stat. Also, you decide what you want to put on stats, but guys, there could be other things in there. There's a ton of different stats you could do every day. 2 is events. So that's kind of like what happened today. So in mine, you know what I wrote yesterday? I said we bought another house. This one was on Mesita. And this one, guys, this one was the one that Lynette was at yesterday. Now, if you haven't had a chance to watch that video on that was our Thursdays live with the Wolves, you really need to go and watch it right when you get off of this. Just go right back. It's on YouTube and Facebook, which is probably where you're watching me. So just when this is over, go and check out that if you haven't seen it. It's amazing. Lynette is at a house, and she's closing a deal with the seller, and so actually signing the paperwork right there in front of you. So it's pretty cool, and it's educational and fun, and it's exciting. There's really good numbers on that house. We got it for about $40,000 under the Zestimate, and it needs a little work, but we already have a buyer for this house who we already showed it to this buyer, and they already want it. And so and they're taking it as is. So that means, and yes, every house that's been lived in for years, and she's been in there for like 10 years, is going to be a little beat up, nicked up, definitely need paint and carpet and such. But now this guy, he's ready to move in on August 1st. He doesn't care about any of that. He's a handyman. He'll take care of it. So we're just basically buying the house from her and giving it to him and not even touching it. So it really boils down. That's the cool thing about these pretty house deals, man. They come down to a couple phone calls and a couple meetings and some paperwork sometimes. And it's like, wow, did that just happen? So yeah, that's a really good one. So we'll keep you updated. I'm going to try to take you on a tour before we give possession to the buyer, just so you guys can see it a little bit more. So obviously that was one of the big events I wrote yesterday. Then we had some other things happen. I had a really nice conversation with Dashiell about something. I don't know if that's an event. Yeah, that was kind of an event. And so I wrote about that, and I wrote that. I actually think I put that one under my thoughts, but you can put stuff wherever you want. And so thoughts is number 3. And feelings is number 4. Those kind of merge together sometimes, but yes, I have different categories for them. And sometimes when you just see that word feelings, it prompts you to say, what have I been feeling? And it opens up some thoughts. And I used to do something called an emotional inventory. Write that down, emotional inventory. That's a really helpful tool that I came up with. And I said to Lynette, early in our relationship, I said, honey, anytime we weren't getting along. Now, remember what I believe about that. I think anytime you're not getting along with somebody, it's because of expectations. It's because you either had expectations of them that are unfulfilled or vice versa. And sometimes they don't even know what your expectations were, and you don't even know them. You never really said out loud, I thought, you know what? I really expected you to come to my defense in that situation or whatever. And maybe you don't even realize that's what it was, and you're just kind of mad. So what you need to do is you do an emotional inventory, meaning you say, okay, let me just take a second and think, what am I really feeling right now? Am I feeling mad? Am I feeling sad? Am I feeling upset? What am I feeling and why? And get down to the bottom of it, because a lot of times it's when you get upset or you're mad at somebody, it's not even about that. It's about something that happened a half hour ago that you're still hanging on to, and you weren't even realizing that. But if you do an emotional inventory, you basically just shut your eyes and say, okay, what am I feeling right now? Oh, I am mad about this, but why am I mad? And you kind of think it through. That's really good stuff for your journal too. It's writing down those feelings. Okay, number 5 is your action list. Now you probably keep some separate action list, so I don't expect every day in your journal to have 20 items of action list. Actually, you'll have a separate to-do list, action item list, something like that. Or I'm assuming you do. Most adults have some kind of a to-do list running somewhere on their phone, on a notebook, or somewhere just to get stuff done. And so you probably have something like that that exists outside. Now, if you don't keep kind of a running to-do list, this would be a good place to start it and have your action list right in there. But if you have a separate place, just put items in your journal that you maybe forgot about that you will later transfer to your actual checklist. Okay, and obviously number 6, the last one, is gratitude. Gratitude is vital, and you want to go through and count your blessings, because there's so many things that you could be happy about that are positive in your life. And what do? Most of us who are fixer brains like me, we tend to look at like, oh, what needs fixing? So obviously I'm focused all the time on what's broken. And so I'm not looking at what's already fixed and beautiful. So I want you guys to make sure you do that. And this enforces that, which is what I love. It forces you to write down some of your blessings and some of the things you're grateful for. I have a little wooden sign over there: begin each day with a grateful heart. And I definitely believe in that. And I think that when you take that attitude, you can't be resentful and a jerk and just walking around kind of in a bad mood. If you're looking and you're appreciating all the good things you do have. And boy, envy is one of those things where you're looking at somebody else and you're saying, oh, they've got something I don't have. And it's so easy, especially in America, where we're very much a consumer culture, and they just bought a new thing and I need a new thing or whatever. So we're very much keeping up with the Joneses type culture a little bit. And so it's sometimes hard to focus on, look at all the stuff I do have. And money is so not everything anyway. It's really about relationships. And I mean, you want to have enough money to live and to have nice things, but beyond that, there's so much more in life. And there's so much to be happy about and so many blessings that you have in your life. And so that's, that last part. And even, guys, now you could have a journal entry where it takes 2 minutes to write, and you put one sentence under each of these, and you didn't write anything under action list today. So I mean, this is not some big official, oh, I've got to, think this through and I've got to write a report every day. No, it's just something where it's sitting there. Now on mine, it's a Word file, and I have it's a little form where I have these 6 sections there, and I just type in what I can think of real quick. And so, if you're inspired, maybe you go a little bit longer and write a little bit more. If you have a big day, a really positive day, that's always fun to remember. And I'm telling you guys, when you look back at this may be one of the nicest things or one of the greatest things I ever brought to you. You probably own our systems and all kinds of different things from us, but this one concept of keeping a journal right now during this COVID may be one of those things where you say, that was really significant in my life. That was a turning point in my life. Let's face it, it's a turning point in the world. So why not make it a turning point in your life and be smart about it and be attuned to what's happening emotionally and physically with yourself throughout this. And it's a way of staying in better shape and not letting everything slide during this crazy time. So you guys know that this is really an important assignment to me. And so I really want to hear how you guys are doing with it. And if you want to send me journal entries, I'm cool with that. Or just little blips out of your journal, or, hey, this is something I wrote today that was neat, or whatever. So I love that kind of thing. And, and I want to start giving shout outs to some of you guys too. Kyle, you're always on, and Sharon, you guys are always in there and sharing this time with us and making nice comments and stuff. So I want to give you guys a shout out once in a while. So if you put anything in there, I always read the stream. So anything you put in there, I see for sure. And so I will love to say hi to some of you guys and give you a shout out once in a while, especially you guys who are loyal and always here and saying nice comments. So that's your journal, guys. I know it's kind of what I talked about yesterday, but it's a little bit more in depth, covered it. And so this is really important to me that you get going with this weekend. So at least, all you got to do is set up a Word file and write my COVID-19 journal on it, or just COVID or journal. I usually start with journal because then it's easier to search. Journal, COVID-19. And so get that going and make that a part of your weekend. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend in, lots of other ways. And it's like a great day here in the Wolfland, and we're going to have a great weekend here. And so get some exercise this weekend too, even though it's hot out there. But take care of yourself, stay safe. I hope you're in a part of the country that's, not spiking. But if you are like here and Florida's kind of going crazy, just take care of yourself. And hope stay safe and keep your family safe and close, and they're your biggest blessings. So until I see you next time, and I might make a post over the weekend, or else I'll see you on Monday at the same time. Until then, guys, keep expecting success, getting the best training, and thinking the right way, and taking action, and keep on smiling.